Yo, what's going on, everybody? Man, you guys got in here quick. PhD in Amazon, what's going on? Crowd 20. Me run, let's see. 518. How's everybody's weekend? You guys have a good weekend? M Vintage, what's going on? Yeah, for sure. What's going on, Homestead? Creative Colors. What's going on, Jace? What's going on, James? I'm doing good, man. How about yourself? How was your weekend? I'm doing good. What's up, Runaway Book? ISO Hustle Succeed. What's going on? How's everybody's weekend? Are you guys still there on YouTube? If you guys are on YouTube still, give me a thumbs up or something. Tevitt Humble Alone. Don't like my FedEx job and I want to travel. You need to fire your boss then, dude. Instead of working for FedEx, make him work for you. Fire your boss, brother. Hop on board the FBA train. What's up from Nashville? What's going on, brother? The Runaway Book, great weekend. Glad to hear, glad to hear. Yeah, the weekend was good. I just spent time with the family, played with the kids. Did a little barbecuing. It was freezing, so I came here. Yeah, it sucks. I don't know why. I'm live streaming Pond Picker from my phone, and sometimes it does that. When I'm at my office, the Wi-Fi speed's super fast, so it really doesn't freeze. I'm still trying to get down the software, that way I can live stream from my computer. $79. Putting them wings on the grill. Okay. Okay. Glenn from SoCal. What's going on? SoCal in the house. Laid back weekend. What about yours? It was good, James. Just hung out with the kids and the wife. Did a little barbecuing. Nothing too serious. Hey, brother. Am I required to send my UPS code to the supplier for each product, or that's only for Amazon? What do you mean by only for Amazon? Are you talking about the UPC code? Or UPS code? Are you talking about the shipping labels? Specify if you're talking about the UPC code or the shipping label, King 4331. What city are you in? I'm in Valparaiso. It's in Indiana. It's about 2 hours outside Chicago. So the UPC, King, you can rather have the manufacturer print out your UPC code, which you send them a PDF file, and they can print it out on a sticker and put it on your product. Or if you're having the product manufactured and they're making special packaging for you, or a special box, or whether it be clear poly packaging, they can place it on there. They can stamp it on there. As long as they can scan it, it can be on the product. As long as it's scannable through the poly, or it can be on the box, or it can be a sticker on the physical product. You can have your manufacturer do that. If not, the only other option is if you're having it sent to you, FOB to you, and you print it out and you stick it on the product yourself. The third option is you have Amazon do it, and I believe it's 30 cents. They charge you per unit. So for your first time, if you don't do it, you don't have it done, then you can have Amazon do it, and it's about 30 cents per product. Let me see what's going on here. Video manager. Come on, YouTube, don't let me down. You guys still in here, YouTube? What's going on? Hey Jay, how much is your course, brother? And can someone based in the UK like me get in, or just Americans? Ahmed Adam. So I have 3 students right now in the UK. So you can definitely sell on the US market from the UK. And I gave them some awesome literature that I'm going to be uploading to the course about people who are in different countries selling on the US. You can sell on the US no matter what country you're in. UK is one of the ones where they're more laid back, where you can actually use your bank account and so on and so forth. There's a couple different countries where the taxation is different and where you have to have a United States bank account, but there's ways to get around that, like opening an LLC and paying a company to receive mail at a physical address in the US, and then they can then just return it to you. So I'm going to be uploading those links. Actually, I'll upload them on Facebook, and then for you guys that are in the course, I'll upload that in the resources section as well. And this is literature that's coming direct from Amazon. It's just a little tricky to find, but Ahmed Adam, dude, you can definitely sell on the U.S. market if you're in the UK. I have several students that are in the United Kingdom, and you want to sell in the U.S. because it's the largest market where the most opportunity is. Now, don't get me wrong, it can be lucrative selling in other international marketplaces because the demand is high and the supply is low. But starting out, especially if you're an international seller, it is easiest and most lucrative to go ahead and get into the U.S. market. So I don't need to register an American bank account, social security number, etc. Ahmed Adam, email me at J for Joshua, Crisp, CRISP, marketing@gmail.com and say, hey, it's Ahmed Adam. I was talking to you on the YouTube live, and I will send you an email with those links to where you can read all of this, and it's directly from Amazon. So they'll tell you, they'll tell you everything about the bank account, and it's kind of cool because it's got little asterisks next to the different countries. And but dude, you're definitely good to go. You can use your banking account. And you definitely can sell on the U.S. platform. Yeah, go ahead and do that, Adam, and I'll get that to you, man. I'll shoot you that info. Oh, let's go. Let me scroll up here. Hey, brother, blah, blah, blah. For private label. What's going on? Go Irish. Okay. Crowd 20. Hey Josh, struggling to find a good name for my LLC. So usually a lot of people overthink the LLC. Your entity name, dude, your limited liability company or your entity name does not have to be the name of your brand. It is a little bit more organized to do so, but usually there's subsidiaries or other brands that are relevant to that main brand name. So you don't overthink it. A lot of people's LLCs are in their name, so you could use your personal name as an LLC. Just ask your wife, throw it back and forth with your wife. Just think about it, something that's unique, something that's relevant or semantic to your brand or something that you like. But it's not super, it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to make you or break you having a super cool LLC name. So don't think it too much. I mean, throw it back and forth a little bit. A lot of people just use their name. So I mean, like one of my companies, Crisp Holdings. So you could use your last name, your first and last name. You don't have to think it too. Don't go too deep with it, because then it'll stop you from moving forward. But I get that a lot, and I was the same way, man. I suck at that stuff. When it was come to thinking about brand names, man, I think about it for weeks and weeks, and I always try to get a better brand name. But don't worry about it. That's not too important. Do back-end keywords actually have to apply to your product, or does it matter? For example, if I'm selling, let's say, blue ribbons that are 12 feet long, but some of the most converting keywords are other keywords such as red ribbon. So, Evan, in reference to your back-end keywords, you want to utilize as much keywords as you can for your back end. And they don't have to be your highest, they don't have to be exact semantically relevant keywords. Where you want to use your exact semantically relevant keywords that are very, very relevant to your product are going to be on your on page for your listing and your on page optimization. So for instance, your listing, your title, your description, your bullets, etc. Now the back end within the editing section, what you want to do is you want to go more broad. You want to start to rank your long tail keywords and other keywords. So like you said, if you're selling blue ribbon and and red ribbon is a highly searched, go ahead and throw that in there, because then you'll start to get displayed for that. And that is still relevant. I mean, you're not selling ribbon and then going to put dog collar in there. Now that is non-semantically relevant and you can get penalized for that. But as long as it's within that niche and within that genre, you're good to go. I would rank for all those long tail keywords, dude. I've been struggling trying to understand exactly how shipping works. Do I need a freight forwarder for air shipping if my products are coming from China? Carlene Davis, so if this isn't negotiated with your supplier, then you want to go FOB and you want to get a freight forwarder. So you will get better rates if you contact a freight forwarder overseas in inland or midland, other than getting a freight forwarder on the US side. Your price per kilogram, they bait off, it's usually about $4 to $5 per kilogram. You can get better rates overseas. So check out Freightos. I use them a lot. Check out Freightos and get quotes on them. If you're new to this and you see a long-term relationship with your supplier, you can tell them, hey, what freight forwarder do you use, and see what their price per kilogram is, and then compare that with your quotes from Freightos. I bought a wholesale product that does not sell and lost money. What do you recommend with ads, fees, and everything that's left? Apple, I don't really do wholesale. I specialize in private labeling. But what I would recommend is liquidating the product. Rather pull a ticket and get a removal ticket, so that way you can get the product back, and then list it on eBay, and then just merchant fulfill it via USPS for the lowest cost for logistics, and then just liquidate it to recoup as much as you can. Is there a difference between back-end keywords and long tail? So long tail is a type of keyword, Evan, and back-end keywords are your keywords that are going to be on the back end of your listing. So when you're in the editor, you click edit, and then you scroll over to where it says keywords. That's your back-end keyword. So if you were optimizing, if you're doing search engine optimization for a site, let's say in WordPress, you would have on-page optimization, which is visible on your page. What back-end keywords would be your HTML, like your H1, your headers. So the same thing applies, because all search engines are based off of algorithms, which is a complex formula that scans sites, and they crawl, and then they grab the data. Okay, so consumers wouldn't buy product if all they've seen is all this HTML and this keyword stuffed paragraphs on their page. So that's why back-end keywords are created. So like I said, your most important keywords, your semantically relevant, high converting keywords that are relevant to your product, want to be on your on page, your actual listing page. Your back-end keywords, which is in the editor where you see those 5 or 6 bars that say keywords, I believe it's 200 characters each, that's your back-end. Now, you don't have to space, you don't have to quotation. Stuff that with as much keywords as you can. So go to LSI Graph, go to Google Keyword Planner, and fool around. Go to kwfinder.com and try to get as much semantically relevant long tail keywords, which are keywords, let's say water is your keyword. Bottled water would be a long tail, or 20-ounce bottled water. These are long tails. So your main keyword with nouns, adjectives, before or after. So stuff those in your back end. That way you can start to rank for these different ones and get as much organic traffic as possible. Yeah, no problem, Carlene. With your first initial order, if it's a small order, 9 times out of 10, you can get them to work that into the deal, unless it's a super heavy product. But you can get DHL, you can get Express, you can get shipping by air. If they give you a really good price and they're demanding EXW or FOB, go ahead and go with Freightos. Ask them who their freight forwarder is that they use, because if they're a manufacturer, they have to ship internationally, so they have access to a freight forwarder. Get their price per kilogram, go to Freightos, tell them where you're shipping from, the weight, the specs, all that stuff, and then get their quote on the price per kilogram, and then compare the two. Sometimes you can save a shekel going with the manufacturer's freight forwarder. Please save this video in your YouTube page so I watch everything again. Thank you. Apple Me Hero. So I save all the live streams. It'll be up on Instagram for 24 hours. But for everybody that wants to see this, it will be up on YouTube, and it will be under the playlist entitled Amazon FBA Live Q&A. Ephraim, how's it going? Freightos is the bomb. Yeah, most definitely, man. I use Freightos all the way. I mean, B2B's good. Yeah, 250 on the back end. Used to be 300. They moved it back to 250 on the back end, man. But you want to stuff that for as many long tail keywords and try to rank as many long tail keywords as you can. Yeah, they've been moving it a little bit. Most definitely. Let me go over here to Instagram. So how's everybody's weekend? You guys have a good weekend? Awesome tip. Love. Awesome. I'm glad I add value, King. I'm glad I could help you, man. Yeah, I'm getting my UPC printed on my custom box. Should save a lot of time. Yeah, Runaway Book, man. It saves a lot of time and money in the long run. And, you know, it just makes your product more sustainable. That's one additional step that you eliminated from the process. One less step, one less touch, which in the long run is going to make it faster, make it less expensive, and make it an easier process, which this is what you guys want to do. Once you get your product, you know, you get your product, your PPC is running good, your on page, your back page is optimized, your pictures are killing it, you've got a good rate locked in with your manufacturer, you got your packaging designed by a graphic artist, get that UPC bad boy printed on there. That way, Amazon's going to give you a notification, let you know, hey, based off of your sales, you have this much left, and it's going to last. You have this much left in days until you run out of inventory. Order now. And you know, based off of communicating with your manufacturer, hey, it takes 21 days. Hey, it takes 36 days. Let me go ahead and set up these shipment reminders and get this bad boy in. And when you have everything set up with your manufacturer and they're trained, they know how you want it, how many case products you want per case, how many boxes per case, how you want the labels, your boxing, your package stuffers, all that stuff. Literally, all you have to do is send them an email and tell them, I need this amount of units, all right, and shoot out a wire transfer, and bada beam, bada boom, you're done. You could be in Hawaii, you could be in the Bahamas. So it's really a sustainable. A lot of people say, oh, it's not sustainable. Private label on Amazon is not sustainable. It's not passive income. Okay, you can't neglect it 100% and make money each day. But I'm talking about the least amount of effort. The amount of effort that is necessary in order to get money coming in is next to nothing. I mean, I could have my 8-year-old son do it. So it's not 100% passive income. You know, you get these trolls, oh no, passive income is where you sleep and you wake up to money and you don't have to do anything, like rental properties. But I consider it to be passive income because the amount of effort that you need to be putting into your product on private labeling is very minimal once you get everything rolling. All the work's in the beginning. Josh gives good value. Love his videos. I appreciate it, Ephraim. Thanks a lot. I try a lot, man. I try really hard. Evan, also I'm shipping door to door by air, and it costs me $1.58 per product. How much money would I save if I use Freightos? Can you explain how much it costs up front and over time? So there's multiple different methods to ship. You can ship by air express, and you can ship by sea. You know, with your first product, you're really not in a rush to get it, so you could ship by sea and save some money. But it depends on the dimensions. It depends on the amount of products that you order, the size, the weight. And Freightos isn't a company. Freightos, they kind of gather different quotes from different freight forwarding companies. So it's kind of like that, an agent. And when you contact an agent, they're going to help you find the best rate. Kind of like Angie's List. All right? So it's an agent. So just ship around. Ask your manufacturer. You know, if they're giving you a DHL price, if they're giving you a DHL price per unit, go ahead and contact Freightos and see what they can do. Make sure you have all the specifications, the weight, size, case, products, amount, all that stuff. Honest to the point, BS to the side, Josh is the shit. I appreciate it, man. Do you personally ship the items directly from China to the FBA warehouse? I think I'd prefer to ship it to myself first. Street Rage. So, for your first shipment, or if you're starting out, you can get it shipped to yourself and then ship it to the FBA. Whenever you ship anything to Amazon's fulfillment center, you're going to, when you set it up, you're going to use their member. It's called Amazon Preferred Member Choice or something like that. And what it means is you're using their account to purchase the postage. So you can choose USPS, you can choose FedEx, you can choose UPS, you can choose DHL, you can also use their LTL. So, and the price is really inexpensive. I mean, I usually ship, for one of my products, I ship 8 pallets. Let me see, I don't have the specs offhand. I have 8 pallets. They're 4x4. Let me see, 8 pallets usually cost me about $175 to ship. And I think they're about 900 pounds each, including the, the skid. I don't have my clipboard in front of me. But that's super cheap, man. And I cross-referenced it with our LTL if we were to go with one of our freight. And, man, it was like a third of the cost. So for your first shipment, dude, if you want to get it shipped to yourself so you can physically inspect it, or if you want to print out cards or anything like that, package stuffers, and put it in there, you can do that. But I mean, you can also have the manufacturer do it. If the reason why you want to physically see and touch the product is because you're concerned about the quality, for $100, you can get what's called a post-manufacturing inspection done, and you can go and hire an inspector in China to go and check out the quality of your product prior to relieving the 70%, which is the final fee done, or the final amount done that's paid to the manufacturer before they ship, and it goes into customs and then ships into the U.S. And it's usually between $100 and $300, depending on what. If you have a real complex item, then, you know, it could be a little bit more expensive. But if you have something that doesn't need to be eaten, or, you know, something that's not electronic or anything like that, you can get it done for about $100, $150. And they'll fill out like a 20-page thing, you know, they'll tell you, you know, they tried it, it wasn't defective. And you go back and forth with the company and tell them what you're looking for, what you want them to look for. They'll take detailed pictures. They'll write detailed notes down. You can Skype with these people, almost just like a home inspection. So if that's the reason why, you know, you can, the amount of money that you're going to have to respend to send it from your house, the product from your house to Amazon, you could save that money and get an inspection done. Let me hop over here to Instagram. Found a second product this weekend thanks to your course. Awesome, Pond Picker. That's what I like to hear, man. Yeah, a lot of people have been killing it, man. A lot of the students have been killing it, man. They've been finding products that makes me jealous, man. Awesome tips. No worries. Bro, I found a way around the add-on feature Amazon slaps on some of the sellers. Not sure if there's others out there that were having a problem with that. Island Style Creations. What do you mean? Where they were making you spend $10 or more before you could purchase that product? Is that what you're talking about? Justin, how many people in your course now, bro? Over 100. Close to, I want to say close to 200. Whatever, never mind. I'm barely setting up my Amazon seller account now. Can I get my Amazon account going now and get my LLC later, or is it imperative I get it first? Whatever, never mind, Maldo. You can start with your Social Security. So you can start with your Social Security number and get the ball running. And when you get the Amazon account, just don't set up as a pro. Just set up as a starter account. And the starter account's free. They don't charge you monthly, but the fees are astronomical per product. But you're not going to sell any products until you find your product and get started. So just use your Social Security, sign up for a starter account. Once you find your product and you're ready to roll, you can then you can go ahead and pay the $39.99 a month for a pro account, and it's going to save you that per item fee. The fees are going to save you some money in the long run. And then you could always go to a DBA using your Social Security, or you could open an LLC on Rocket Lawyer or LegalZoom for $100, $150. Who's hoping to start sourcing immediately for FBA to get in now and PL later? Don't know if an LLC is 100% necessary for jump. No, it's not. You don't need an LLC to go ahead and move forward. The reason why I preach and I talk about the first module in the course, the introduction, talks about becoming organized and legal classification and entity classification, is just because everything in the course is in chronological order from the first step to the last step. And I screwed myself by not doing this. I screwed myself by not choosing a classification and keeping track of my spending, whether it be expenses or it be money coming in, money coming out. Because as you all know, if you are self-employed, if you're an LLC and you're self-employed, you're not an employee, you have to have 2 years worth of self-employment tax and all that stuff. So that's the reason why I really talk about that, and it's the first step. But you do not need it. I recommend starting it and not putting it off, because the sooner you start it and you get it knocked out, the easier your life is going to be in the long run. Do you know the cost of having an LLC approximately? PhD on Amazon, it depends. It's between like $100 and $200 on LegalZoom or Rocket Lawyer. Greetings from Greece. What's going on? What time is it in Greece? Wow, we got a lot of people in here. Keep your goals away from the trolls. I like that one. Hey, that's a t-shirt for merch right there. Following up, what is the minimum weight for sea shipping? 1 container? Man, I want to say 900 pounds. I want to say 900 pounds, but you want to check with the freight forwarder. They'll tell you an exact specification. Damn, that's cheap. Let me see. Let me go over to YouTube for a minute. Evan, could you give us the website you use to find the inspectors? Evan, you can, if you go to Google and you type in inspection company in China for manufacturing, you will find an agent. And you want to use an agent that is kind of like Freightos. So you find an agent and they will give you somebody that's close to your district that will go and check that stuff out. Say, what time? Appreciate that, Joshua. No problem. LLC. I know the spot for LLC. Also in your back-end keywords. Also in your back-end keywords, would you put the same main keywords you already put in your product listing? Yeah, so your main keywords that you're trying to go for, let's just say, fuzzy dog blanket is your product and that's your main keyword. You want to have fuzzy dog blanket as many times as displayed as possible, but you don't want to, over optimize. You don't want to stuff it more than once. So on your backend keywords, if you have 5 lines at 250 characters each, you only want to have that once, but then you want to have it in your title, in your description, in your bullet, in your image, etc. But you can get penalized. Amazon's A9 algorithm is very similar to other search engines. So they will penalize you for over-optimization because they look at it as spam, like you're trying to trick the search engine for better organic results. So over-optimization does exist. I do not recommend your main keyword being used more than 25% on page and only once off page on the back end. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, they were forcing the buyers to buy at least $25 worth of products in order to buy one of our products. Yeah, that's crazy. What was your way around that, Island Style? That's why I don't recommend a lot of people, like $19.99 and up is like really the price point. $19.99 to $24.99 is really a good price point. But they were screwing a lot of people. I've read a lot of people were getting screwed with that. I'd be curious to see what your way around that was. Otherwise, it would just sit in their shipping cart. Yeah, most definitely. It was in a fortune cookie. Hey, Josh, how much time should we be searching for a new product? 4, maybe 5 hours per day? Runaway book. Hold on, let me read your other question here. If you put in more time searching, you will most likely find more products, correct? Yes, that is correct. So it's almost like a roll of the dice. I mean, I teach a certain criteria for searching for products, but the more, let's just say the more unique that you get with it, you know, you can find a product. Somebody can find a product in 3 hours that may take somebody 3 weeks to find. So sometimes it's kind of like the roll of the dice. You know, somebody can put some really crazy, unique filters on, then click the 10th page, and then voila, they'll randomly find a good product. And some people are more conservative. They start with the metric that I talk about, page 1, go all the way through the 10th page. Then adjust it a little bit, go all the way through the 10th page. Then adjust it a little bit and go all the way through the 10th page. So it's kind of crazy. Like, I can't give you a definitive answer on that because I've had students find crazy ass products in 3 days, and some that, you know, are taking their time to find that home run product. I can tell you this: when you take your time and you start at the top and you work your way down with the filters, slowly adjusting them and going through all the pages, you will eliminate that doubt in the back of your head, which sucks. Like, oh man, did I miss it? Versus the guy who is just making them crazy changes and flipping through the pages. So if you start from the top all the way to the bottom and you go from page 1 to 10 and you slowly go through all of them in certain niches, then you can kill that hesitation, and you are certain that you looked through all of the list. Now, daily, there's products being added. There's more products being added daily, weekly, monthly. But that's how I do it. So my product research, sometimes it takes weeks, but I know what I'm looking for, and I want to take my time and look through the whole catalog. So there's a couple different ways to do that, man. I'm sorry I couldn't give you a really definitive answer, but I'm telling you, I've seen people put crazy metrics in there and find a product in 3 days. Destin 1. Great videos and information. Even us seasoned sellers need a kick in the rear to scale up. I appreciate it. Yeah, no worries, Destin 1. No worries. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that you find value. I'm glad that I help you out. That's the beauty about this business. You can scale this business at your own comfort level. You know, you can scale it at your own comfort level. No matter if you've been selling on Amazon and you have 5 products, or you're doing X amount monthly, you can take those funds, allocate them or reallocate them, and look for new products, new categories, you know, new niches. You can also take them to different marketplaces, international marketplaces. So the beautiful thing about this is you can really scale it at your own pace and scale to get where you want to be or where you need to be. That's why I love this. Not too many businesses will allow you, or business models will allow you to invest small capital up front, then scale, you know, moderately scale at your comfort zone. Juan Lopez, McCarthy, Jose, what's going on, everybody? Thanks a lot. I learn a lot each time. No worries. That's why I'm here, man. How does your program compare with Tanner J. Fox? Macros 79, you know, I really can't speak negative about Tanner's course. I haven't viewed it. I haven't watched it. So I can't really speak negatively about it. I can just tell you, you know, a little bit about myself and my course, because that I know. You know, I've been selling on Amazon for several years now. And hopefully with this year, I would have grossed upwards of about 10 million on Amazon alone. So, you know, I can't talk negative about other people because I really don't know what they're doing. I think he's killing it with marketing, you know, so my hat's off to him. But I can tell you that, with the course, you're going to get my undivided attention, that I help all the students. I answer all the students' questions, emails. My course, I just added 2 more videos, so the course is currently approximately 8 hours, and I'm always looking to add more content to make it as full as possible, to make sure that everything is listed and nothing's missed in the course. The mastermind group is awesome. That's been really, a lot of people have been blessed to be in the mastermind group, and I'm blessed to have it because we've got some awesome members in there, and they truly help everybody out. So that's just another bonus. Even with the criteria previously, I always second guess myself. Yeah, I know how that is. What is your strategy for PPC when your product first goes live? Cooper McCarthy. So make sure you go to my YouTube channel, Cooper McCarthy, and subscribe and watch the video called 5 Strategies for Product Launch, and that will answer all your questions. It'll show you everything that you want to do when launching a product. But with PPC, solely with PPC, you want to start with an automatic campaign. When you're starting to sell on Amazon, do you recommend to be aggressive with the prices when there are multiple sellers of the same product? Bruno tier. So pricing doesn't mean anything to me. On 9 out of 12 of my products, I have the highest price in the category. You want to escape the competition, okay? Why will a woman pay $19.99 for a Walmart purse versus $2,500 for a Louis Vuitton purse? Okay, Louis Vuitton escaped the competition. Why? Their listings are A quality. Their pictures are A quality. They have models who are world-renowned, reputable models representing their company. Their fabrics are higher quality. And the list just goes on. So pricing isn't really a strategy. I've never been in that race to the bottom where you compete for price. So, psychologically, people feel that when they pay more for a product, they're getting a better value because they're getting better product. That's why people wear Nike shoes over Walmart shoes. 9 times out of 10, people don't understand that the same manufacturer makes both. So psychologically, they see that brand and then they feel comfortable or more comfortable about spending more money. So you want to escape the competition by crushing them with quality, fixing problems, crushing them with pictures, crushing them with SEO, crushing them with marketing, with PPC, search engine optimization, crushing them with on-page listings, HTML, and all that good stuff. And that's how you crush them. In reference to starting out, Bruno Tier, watch that video that I just mentioned for the 5 different strategies for product launching. And you want to utilize all these different methods in synchronization together, and that's how you escape the along with diversifying your product. You're going to win every single time. Organic Thinker, Matt Vasquez, what's going on, everybody? What's up, Matt? Thanks for stopping by, brother. FBA Noob, what's going on? Big T in the house, I see you, baby. How did you get into Amazon selling? So, Matt, so everybody pretty much knows the background, knows my story and how I was struggling. I always knew that there was a way to find products, physical products, and sell them for a profit. I started with eBay. After work, sometimes on Saturdays and Sundays when I had days off, I would go to the Goodwill, I'd go to the Salvation Army, and I would do retail arbitrage, or I would do arbitrage. I would try to find Polo Ralph Lauren shirts or, Tommy Hilfiger shirts and sell them for a profit on eBay. And that wasn't doing it for me. Not only was I not making the amount of profit that I needed to help my family, it wasn't fulfilling my itch. I knew that this wasn't sustainable. I knew that this wasn't a real business. This was kind of like a hobby. So, long story short, just after searching and reading and searching and reading, I found out about Amazon, and through a lot of trial and error, a lot of time wasted, a lot of money spent down the drain, I've perfected the process. So, that's a long story, really simplified there, Matt, but that's kind of how it started. I still have my eBay account too. Cooper McCarthy, no problem. I'm glad that helps. Big T channel, man, I can't find anything. This money burning my pocket. Just be patient, Big T. Man, you found a couple good products, man. I don't know what happened. That last one you sent me looked pretty good, man. Just play with the metrics. Play with the metrics, play with the different filters, the price points, and you really gotta grind it out. That's the most time-consuming part, is the product research. After you find the product, the metrics make sense. You find out it's not a seasonal product. You find out it's not a trending product, so on and so forth. It's downhill from there. But I will tell you this: hesitation will kill you. Hesitation will kill the drive. I talked about that before, where you find a somewhat mediocre good product or a good product and you put it off because, oh no, I'm going to find something better, find something lighter, find something with... Uh-oh, did we lose YouTube? And long story short, what happened was I ended up missing out on this product. It became too saturated, it became oversaturated. People were getting reviews like crazy. Walmart grabbed it, and this thing was everywhere. And now if you check the comps, people are doing $2-3 million a year with this product. So that's a product that I would have had. And moral of the story is I found a good product, but I procrastinated because it didn't meet, my certain criteria. So I think it's good to have criteria to follow when you're doing product research, but I also believe that it is very good to have an open mindset. That way you don't pass up good products. That's just my opinion. YouTube, I lost you guys. Are you guys still here? Let me see what's going on. Was almost on page 1, then got low sales today and just tanked to 5. Should I do a giveaway again? Yeah, that sucks. The BSR, there's 24 ticks in a day, and the BSR changes 24 ticks per day, each hour. So exponential, I wouldn't go too crazy because you have to take in consideration with Labor Day weekend, sales go down. Everybody's sales genuinely goes down on Labor Day. So I would wait till tomorrow and see, maybe adjust your PPC campaigns a little bit. Maybe run a $10 ad outside of Facebook to drive some traffic into Amazon to help spike the algorithm. But I wouldn't waste any money on a giveaway until you see if your BSR jumps back tomorrow. Also, you hear about the Blue Skies closure of certain raw goods, material factories being closed, and having to increase the price of certain materials. No, I didn't hear about that, Exponential. Your vid's nice value, especially on the product research you learn from. Love you, man. Keep up the awesome work. I appreciate it. I haven't tried it, but I cost like $400, but JumpSend is only $30. But I saw it better to get. Yeah, it is expensive. I use JumpSend and I have good results from it. Yeah, don't wait too long. Someone will snatch it up. Most definitely, man. You talk about a lot of researching and checking metrics. Is it hard to make profit by just posting items on Amazon? DCX Souls. What do you mean by posting products on Amazon? Private label products, or just doing retail arbitrage? And I talk a lot about metrics and a lot about product research because I also teach. What I teach and what I show people how to do is emulate what I do. I don't just find crazy different products, private label them, and then hoard them onto Amazon. What I do is I strategically find products in growing niches and niches with high demand and niches that have huge potential. And then I create a brand, okay? And then I launch other products very similar to that product, and I grow the brand, and I actually build a physical brand that is recognizable, that has brand awareness, that then, I link with social media, I link with other e-commerce platforms, and it grows. That way, all my eggs aren't in one basket, and I actually have a physical brand, a physical business selling physical products. It's very... down the term, let's just say hypothetically down the road in 10 years, you want to grow your Amazon business and you want to sell it. So Amazon businesses typically go for annual net and a half of sales. All right. So let's just say you're doing $1 million out the door. It's worth 1.5. It's easier to sell that business if it is a recognizable brand. If you have social media, if you have social media accounts with a lot of followers, maybe you have it in Walmart as well. You have other semantically relevant products. It's just not a bunch of crazy random products. It is easier to get acquired or to sell it. And that's just another way to think of it. It's just another exit strategy. People, think about exit strategies in business. You always want to have an exit strategy in business. And you always want to be able to diversify yourself. Like one of my products, perfect example. One of my top selling products, they just came is Amazon Pantry just started selling a very similar product of mine and ranked 3 different ones on the first page in 1 week. So my BSR, I've been fighting them on that. And what happens if Whole Foods, their Whole Foods brand, which is an Amazon Pantry, I don't even know how they're doing that. What happens if they take the whole first page? Now that product's gone. But see, I'm not worried about it because my brand, I have residual business. I have residual customers who love my customer service and love my brand. So if that happens, guess what? They know how to find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. They know how to find me on my Shopify stores. They know how to find me in my actual physical brick and mortar stores. So I'm not worried about that. So you got to think about it in the long run. There's a lot of people making a lot of money on Amazon, but you have to look at it as Amazon is very aggressive and they're growing at a rapid pace. So if you're not a brand, if you're just somebody who sells products, you're not a brand owner who sells products within a brand, it's not really 100% sustainable. So it's just something, I don't want to scare you guys or anything. You can definitely make money in private labeling. Will this happen? Probably not. Is there a possibility? Yes, there's a great chance, but you want to take it into consideration. I'm sorry, what'd you say? Vid link, please, Josh? What do you guys need a link for? Yeah, so pretty much, I pretty much do it the same way, but I'm just saying that it's awesome. It's advantageous to create brands. And when you create brands and then you launch similar products, there's just a win-win situation. Your UPT, your unit per transaction is going to grow. You're going to get a better relationship. You're going to get better cost on all of your products because you're sourcing them 9 times out of 10 from the same manufacturer. And then you start to grow residual business. And the thing about residual business is you can point them anywhere. And it's super easy to launch new products because you have an audience to launch them to. It's super easy to get the initial reviews. It's super easy to get the initial sales to spike the algorithm and get your on-page ranking going, your BSR shooting through the roof. So that's just my technique. Are there other techniques? Of course. Are there a lot of people that make 10 figures, 9 figures, selling 8 figures, selling a bunch of random stuff? Yeah, but this is just my technique. It's crazy how fast hijackers will take over a listing. My competitor did Didn't private label. Now his 800 sales per month are getting stolen. Really shocking. Runaway book. That's when you creep in there with a private label product, man. Get those 800 sales. Create a new listing. Private label that bad boy. Watermark the pictures, the images. Get it trademarked. Shout out to Joshua Crisp. What's up, Jim? I appreciate the love. Thanks for the information. No worries. Can't stop the hustle. What's going on? You mentioned, Cooper, something about 5 steps for searching for products. Oh, okay. You mentioned, Cooper, something. Efren, any of the videos that I was talking about that I was mentioning are on the YouTube channel. So I don't know if I'm not on my computer. I'm on the phone live streaming. Let me see here. I'm still new to all the live streaming, and I'm live streaming on multiple devices. But any video that I reference to is on my YouTube channel. You know, I think we just broke 43 or 44 videos, something like that. Product research. Yeah, there's actually the playlist entitled Product Research on YouTube. You can check that out. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, a lot of people came out, man, and hung out with us for the hour. Let's see, how long have we been on here? We've been on here close to an hour. All right, so I'm going to get ready to wrap this up, guys. If any of you guys have any other questions about anything, anything Amazon-related, private label, anything, go ahead and let me know, and I'll knock them out real quick. I source, let me see here. I sourced the last product. They want $9.50 a unit. The product is going for $19.99 after FBA fee. I would make $4 a unit if I purchased 300 units for $2,700. Yeah, that is a little steep, man. Big T, you said it's going for $19.99. Did you take the first page and the high and low and come up with the medium? So, I mean, is the highest guy 40 and the lowest guy 10, and that's how you get the 20, or is just everybody at $19.99? But usually, you know, if you come in there and you make small improvements and you kick their ass, like I was mentioning with optimization, on-page, off-page keywords, pictures, testimonials, all that good stuff, you can usually charge a little bit more. Like, you know, in my niche, a lot of people are at like, in one of my products, a lot of people are at like $12.99, $13.99, and I get $24.99. And I fluctuate between the first and third spot in reference to BSR. I'm top 500 in the BSR for my niche. So like that's what I'm just saying. For an example, you want to escape the competition. You know, going back to the purse analogy, you can get a Louis Vuitton purse for $2,500, or you can get a purse at Walmart for $9.99. What separates the two? The marketing, the quality, the brand awareness. So you want to escape the competition, guys. Found out a product, but I'm in the process of getting samples. You think your course and your help can come on handy? ABRA Hams. Yeah, so the thing with the course, there's two awesome things with the course. Number one, the course is in chronological order. So no matter if you're a beginner or you are a seasoned veteran, any area that you need help in, or you want to brush up on, or you want another expert's advice in, you can go and easily click on that video and find it because it's in chronological order. There's no fluff at all. Number two, and this is super helpful, is you get direct access to me. So you can email me screenshots of products, screenshots of PPC campaigns, keywords, anything, and I'll help you to the best of my ability. As well as just asking me any questions. You know, you also get access to the mastermind group, which is full of a lot of entrepreneurs and like-minded individuals like myself that are in the course or a part of the community. So those three things right there, I mean, just some of the PPC strategies, the launch strategies, and, you know, a couple of the ninja tricks that I talk about for spiking the algorithm alone is worth the $500 all day and all night. I mean, it will help your sales growth exponentially, hands down, 100% guarantee. Because a lot of these I've learned networking with other seven-figure sellers and through trial and error throughout the last 36 months. So, you know, would I say it's worth it? And I don't want to sound like a salesperson, you know. Of course, somebody who's selling something is going to say it's worth it. But ask around. Ask, you know, there's several people in the live stream that are in the course. Look at the screenshots on Amazon that I post. I don't post my actual personal accounts. The screenshots on Amazon are a case study account that I launched for the course and for social media only. So I just launched a second product on that account. Before that, all the screenshots were one product. So now I just launched a second product. I got it to the first page in 15 days. All right, it's gaining momentum. It's already top 1200 BSR for a very competitive niche. So it's the experience, you know, and it's having access to the guide. You get lifetime access and free updates. Like I just added 2 new videos a couple weeks ago, and I plan on constantly adding anything. If there's any changes in the algorithm, there's any changes in the way anything works, if I learn any other strategies or find any other strategies, that will all be uploaded in the course. And you get that lifetime guarantee. You know, you get access to it for life. So if there's any other area, whether it be shipping, logistics, negotiating with the supplier, PPC campaigns, social media marketing, you know, building a brand on Facebook, Facebook ads, you can have that guide that you can go back to, fall back to, and look at. All right, looks like, let's see, Instagram's giving me the 2-minute clicker here. So I got 2 minutes. Yeah, it's a heck of a lot of content, worth the money. I appreciate Runaway Book. Runaway Book is in the course. He's taken the course. You can ask him any questions. He's really transparent. He's a really honest guy. He's also one of the main members in the FBA mastermind group, and he helps answer a lot of questions as well as myself. I'm actively in the mastermind group. If you guys aren't a part of the mastermind group, you can head over to Facebook and type in Amazon FBA A to Z Mastermind, and you'll find us. As well as all of you know, if you're on YouTube, the link to the course is the first in the description. All the links to the other social medias, to JumpSend, Jungle Scout, are all in the description in YouTube. For everybody on Instagram, you can click the link that says click here in my bio, and you can see all my social media links, as well as a link to the course and a link to YouTube. If you guys aren't subscribed on YouTube, you are missing out. I'm going to stop doing lives on Instagram shortly because they inhibit me from doing live streams over an hour. And usually my live streams go over an hour, live Q&As, because I want to answer each and everybody's question. So if you guys are watching and you're not subscribed on YouTube, head over, click the link in the bio on Instagram and subscribe. Click the notification bell, that way you know when I do the next live stream. You can also type in Joshua Crisp and you'll find me. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. All right, looks like Instagram cut me out. So this is the second live on YouTube because they cut me off earlier. I'm not at my office and the quality of the internet is not as good here in the subdivision. So I want to thank each and every one of you guys on YouTube for hanging out with me for the hour. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate your support. I'm glad to have you guys, and I'm glad to have offered value to you guys and to help you guys with your FBA journey. If you guys have any questions, email me at jchrismarketing@gmail.com. All right. If you guys found this helpful, please give me a like. Please comment. Please subscribe if you haven't. Share it. You know, that helps me grow and it helps other like-minded individuals find me. And I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys all had a good weekend. And we'll talk to you guys next time.